and because of this Labor Prime Minister. Paul Keating once said that education is the keys to the kingdom, and he's right. And you know what? This Prime Minister is making those keys. Think about this for a moment. The reforms the Prime Minister's put in place for our universities mean now that 19% more people right across Australia from disadvantaged backgrounds are going to university than ever before. And that's because of this Prime Minister changing lives for the better. And there's more to come. These, friends, are the achievements of a Labor leader, of a Labor Prime Minister. A Labor Prime Minister made of the same stuff as Western Sydney. Toughness, hard work, courage, determination, dreams and aspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of Australia, Julia Gillard.
Thank you very much for that wonderful welcome. Thank you, Jason. That's Jason Clare from Cabramatta, the Cabinet Secretary, the Minister for Home Affairs. Thank you to Sam as well. And Sam's done some introductions, but please excuse me if I do them again. There are so many great representatives of Labor here tonight. I want to acknowledge them and get them to stand as I do. David Bradbury from Penrith, the Assistant Treasurer. Chris Bowen from Smithfield, the Minister for this university and every university, the Minister for Skills and Small Business. They're joined by other members of my government from this great city, the Minister for Infrastructure and Transport, Anthony Albanese. I'll let you into a secret, it was his birthday yesterday. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, the one and only Senator Bob Carr. Tony Burke, the Minister for the Environment. Peter Garrett, the Minister for School Education. Representing this great state, Greg Combay, the Minister for Industry and Innovation and Climate Change. Representing this great country, Craig Emerson, Minister for Trade. And so many of our MPs who live here and represent you here are here tonight. Laurie Ferguson, Chris Hayes, Ed Husick, John Murphy, Julie Owens, Michelle Rowland, all here representing you, and their friends in Parliament too, Sharon Bird and Deborah O'Neill, federal candidates and also your leader in State Parliament, John Robertson. Welcome them all. And please give a particular welcome to my deputy, the Treasurer of our Commonwealth. No one fights harder for fairness than the Honourable Wayne Swan. The people who you have acknowledged tonight, they carry every bit of the hard work, the achievements and the challenges of your region to the Parliament of our nation, and I thank them all for it. I want to share with you a story David Bradbury told me just last week. Dennis Mars is the co-founder of Meetings.io, a startup based in San Francisco, which develops technology for online video conversations and conferences. David and Dennis met at a convention in Silicon Valley, as you do, and because Dennis is Australian, they got talking. It turned out that while Dennis is finishing his graduate degree at Stanford in California, his first degree, like David's, was from Sydney University. He and his wife Renee are both from the western suburbs. In fact, Dennis grew up right around the corner from David, in the next street, not so far from here in Fairfield West. Here's a young man from these streets on the other side of the world who's making new ideas pay, who's making his living building new technologies. His is a genuine local success story we can admire, a story of achievement and inspiration. But no one person's story is the story of this entire region, home to 1.6 million people, including 350,000 children, and the third biggest economy in Australia. Indeed, no one community's story is the story of this region. Penrith isn't the same as Parramatta. Campbelltown isn't the same as Castle Hill. But there are some things we do want for this region as a whole and for every person in Sydney's West. First, the recognition and respect that should flow to people who work hard and do the right thing by their family, community and country each and every day. I understand firsthand, in my role as a Member of Parliament in Melbourne's West, a region's yearning for recognition and respect. For far too long, the community I made my home, the communities I represent, have been the kind of places people hurried through, not places where you stopped to stay. Being from the West should never be viewed as second-rate. In this region, your fierce sense of pride in your home and its achievements should engender recognition and respect. Second, what I want for this region as a whole is that as you live your life and strive to create a better one for your children and grandchildren, you feel government working with you. I love it when I hear the stories of what has actually helped. The way the new school hall at St Patrick's Primary School here in Parramatta has transformed teaching and learning, one insight, just one, into the 650 schools we've improved in this region with $1.3 billion in extra funding right here. The fact that the paychecks kept coming in 160,000 Western suburbs businesses because we stimulated the economy to protect jobs during the global financial crisis and came through strong. Friends, this is an achievement created, 850,000 of them.